Hello, my name is Shiji Kathuria, and I am a reference and instruction librarian at the Alpharetta campus and the honors librarian for Perimeter College. Your professor has asked me to teach you today about MLA and how to cite your sources. First, it's important to know when to cite when you're writing your paper. Long story short, you should be citing anything that's not your idea. This includes when you paraphrase another author, when you use facts or figures that are not common knowledge, when you use an idea introduced by another author, or when you use the exact words of an author in your paper. What does this have to do with MLA? The Modern Language Association style is a commonly used method for citing references in English and other humanities disciplines. This means the MLA has developed a particular style on how to provide credit to authors and sources when you're writing your paper. Please keep in mind that when we're discussing MLA, we are referring to the 8th edition. The MLA has recently published a 9th edition, and your professors will let you know which edition to use. Both editions seem to follow mostly the same formatting for citations, but please don't hesitate to contact me if you need clarification. You cite and give credit to authors in this style in two places in your research paper: in text, which is within your paper, and at the end in a works cited page. Let's talk about each of these in a bit more detail. When you're writing your paper and you write a sentence with an idea from another author or source, you need to provide credit to the author at the end of the sentence. This is called an in-text citation. In MLA, you use the author page style of an in-text citation, where you put the author's name and the page number in parentheses at the end of the sentence. If you happen to mention the name of the author in the sentence, then you would only need to provide the page number at the end of the sentence. If you don't know or can't find the name of the author on your source, you can also use a shortened title of the work in parentheses. On your works cited page, you'll provide more detail about every source you're citing within your paper. The MLA uses a basic format that can be adapted to most types of sources, such as website articles, scholarly journal articles, and newspapers. The MLA 8th edition introduces a concept of containers, which are the larger holes in which the source is located. For example, if you want to cite a poem that is listed in a collection of poems, the individual poem is the source, while the larger collection is the container. The title of the container is usually italicized and followed by a comma. Here's an example of how you would cite a newspaper article. So in this example here, the New York Times is considered the overall container of the specific article called Executive on a Mission, Saving the Planet. The Purdue OWL provides a quick and easy guide to all types of citations you would need to do when citing an MLA. For example, if you have 2 or more authors, or if you're citing from a website. How you format your works cited page depends on the type of source you are citing. So where do you get this information? Once you have your source, you can pull it together manually, or you can pull it from the library database directly. I'll show you how now. Say, for example, you're retrieving articles from library database Academic Search Complete. I will conduct a search for peer-reviewed articles on a sample topic. When you find an article you intend to use in your research, you will use the author listed in the author field for your in-text citation. You will also find the page numbers for the source, so when you pull an idea from an exact page, you would reference one of these pages within this range. Most of the information you would need to pull together your works cited entry would be found on this page. But to make it even easier for you, over on the right you'll see a Cite button. Here's where you would get an example of how to put it in MLA format for your works cited page. Please check this against an official source such as the Purdue OWL before blindly copying and pasting it into your works cited page. For example, you'll notice the author's name is listed in all capital letters. But when I look at the Purdue OWL, I'll notice the author's name is not supposed to be listed in all capital letters. You are responsible for making sure this is accurate before copying and pasting it into your works cited page. Next, I will demonstrate how to get the same information using library database JSTOR. Again, over on the right, you'll see a Cite button. And it'll show you at the very top how to put it in MLA in your works cited entry. Again, it's very important to compare it to the Purdue OWL or MLA handbook before copying and pasting it. I'm going to copy and paste the citation from the library database, and I'll show you why it's not right. When I copied and pasted the citation into Word, I noticed that the second line is not indented. When you look at how it should be cited in MLA, the second and third lines are indented over. So in order to do that, I would right-click here and click Paragraph and select Hanging under Special. This will allow the second and third and subsequent lines to be indented over correctly in MLA format. You are responsible for making sure this is done accurately rather than just copying and pasting it directly from the database. This has been a quick introduction on how to cite using MLA. Please don't hesitate to contact me if you need help. I am available for one-on-one research appointments. Thank you. I look forward to hearing from you.